Today in Panchatantra, Mrs. Ramaswamy continues with the story of the jackal and the lion.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Aparna Ramaswamy with a narration of the Panchatantra. We are at a point in the story where the jackal, who wanted to instigate trouble between the two friends, the lion and the bull, has now succeeded in creating some suspicion in both their minds, and has now come up to his friend, the other jackal, and says, okay, I've done it now. I have now caused some amount of discord between the two. Now the other jackal says, I don't understand why you would do that. Why would you ruin someone else just for your own personal benefit? So the jackal says, well, don't you know the story of the jackal and the lion, of how you have to look out for yourself? And he goes on to narrate the story. Now once upon a time, in a forest there lived a lion, there lived a hyena and a jackal. During one hunt, a camel is killed while pregnant, and the baby camel is adopted by the Lion King and is protected. And he says, nobody will ever kill you as long as you are living under me. In another fight, the lion gets injured by an elephant, and he is not able to hunt after that for a long time. So the jackal and the hyena plot and finally get the lion to kill the camel. Now as they are waiting for the lion to eat first, the jackal gets greedy and he says, I want to eat the whole camel. How do I go about securing that for myself? So he suggests to the lion, why don't you go to the riverside, have a nice fresh bath, and then come and eat this. I'll guard this camel while you're gone. And the lion, trusting him, goes out to the river. So the jackal now tells the hyena, well, you look like you're really, really hungry. Why don't you go ahead and have a little bit of the camel? I won't tell the lion, I'll cover up for you. The hyena, greedy and hungry, immediately pounces and eats a little bit of the camel. And then the lion comes back, and quickly the jackal says, well, come on, stop it. The lion's coming back. When the lion comes back, of course, he sees that somebody has already eaten his meal, a portion of his meal. And he asks the jackal, you were standing guard here. What happened? So the hyena looks at the jackal, expecting him to support and stand up for him. But of course, the tricky jackal says, why do you look at me like that? I told you so long not to eat the camel. But you were greedy and hungry and you took a bite of the camel. So don't look at me now as if you were my help. The hyena immediately realizes that he's in trouble and takes off quickly, never to return. Now the lion looks at the camel that's already been bit into, and while he's contemplating how to start eating the camel, there's a loud noise that comes. And the jackal says, hang on a minute. Let me go find out what that noise is. And the lion waits. The jackal goes there and quickly returns to the lion and says, you know what happened? We tricked the camel. We told the camel that if he offers you his body, the god of death has a deal with you, and with interest he will return to life twice his size. And that's why he offered to be killed by you. And now the god of death is so angry, he has come down here to fight you. The lion immediately gets very scared, believes the jackal, and takes off, runs away into the forest. And the jackal, of course, is now very, very happy because he has a camel all to himself, just like he planned. So the other jackal narrating the story says, see, sometimes it's okay if other people are ruined, just as you're acting with your self-preservation. You do have to do that, you know. And the other jackal says, I'm not so sure about that. Here's my thought. Please join us in next week to hear that episode of the Panchatantra. I'm Aparna Ramaswamy.